Hello everyone, welcome to Finance Wisdom channel. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. In this video, we will talk about simple steps on how to own a house with a low income. Finance Wisdom is here to talk to you about something that's been on many people's minds lately, owning a home. Many people think that it's impossible to do if their income isn't high, but that's not the case. There are ways for anyone to own their dream home, and in this video we will show you exactly how it can be done. First, determine what you can afford. Determining what you can afford is the first step to purchasing a home, whether you are doing so with a low income or not. Several online tools and calculators can help you get an idea of what your budget might be. You will also need to consider ownership costs beyond the purchase price, such as property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. Once you have a clear picture of your finances, you can start looking for homes in your price range. Remember that lower-priced homes may require more work to make them livable, but they can be well worth the effort in the long run. With careful planning and elbow grease, home ownership is within reach, even for those on a tight budget. Second, research different types of housing assistance. When researching different types of housing assistance, there are a few key things to keep in mind. Of course, like what we've said, you have to consider your income level. This will help you to determine whether you qualify for any government assistance programs. Second, what type of housing do you need? There are assistance programs for both renters and homeowners. Finally, where do you want to live? Some programs are only available in specific geographic areas. With these factors in mind, let's take a closer look at some of the most popular housing assistance programs. The Section 8 program provides vouchers that can be used to cover a portion of rent for qualified low-income households. The Housing Choice Voucher Program, or HCVP, is a similar program administered by local public housing agencies. The Low-Income Housing Tax Credit, or LIHTC, program provides tax credits to developers who build or renovate affordable housing units. And the Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG program, provides funding for various community development projects, including affordable housing initiatives. There are just a few programs that can help low-income households find safe, affordable housing. Third, get a part-time job or start a side hustle to increase your income. If you're struggling to afford a house on your current income, you can do a few things to increase your earnings. One option is to get a part-time job in addition to your full-time position. This can help you bring in extra money towards a down payment or other housing expenses. Another option is to start a side hustle. This could involve freelancing, starting a small business, or renting a property you own. By generating additional income, you can make it easier to afford the costs of owning a home. If you're struggling to make ends meet, consider these options for increasing your income and making it possible to own your dream home. Fourth, save money for a down payment. For low-income earners, saving up for a down payment on a house can seem like an impossible task. However, with a little planning and discipline, it is possible to reach this goal. One of the best ways to save money is to create a budget and stick to it. Track all of your income and expenses carefully and allocate a specific amount each month towards your down payment savings. You may also want to consider automating your savings so that a fixed amount is transferred into your savings account each month. In addition, try to avoid taking on any new debt, as this will only make it more challenging to save. Following these simple tips, you can develop a sound plan for saving for a down payment regardless of your income level. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you like this video. Fifth, connect with a local real estate agent. Owning a house is not just a matter of monthly mortgage payments. It's about being a part of the community and having stability for you and your family. Connect with a local real estate agent when you're ready to buy a house. They'll be able to help you find homes in your price range and can offer advice on which neighborhoods would be the best fit for your family. They can also help to negotiate with sellers on your behalf and will be there to answer any questions you have throughout the process. Buying a house is a big step, but working with a local real estate agent can make the process much easier. 6. Submit an offer on the house you want and be prepared to negotiate. Purchasing a house can be daunting, especially for those with low incomes. However, there are a few steps that can help to make the process more manageable. First, you submit an offer on the house you want. This will give you a starting point for negotiations. Next, be prepared to compromise on some of the terms of the sale. For example, you may be willing to put down a lower down payment in exchange for a lower purchase price. Finally, remember that the seller is not obligated to accept your offer. If you are unwilling to negotiate, you may need to look for another property. 7th, get pre-approved for a mortgage loan. Before you start shopping for a house, it's essential to get pre-approved for a mortgage loan. This will give you a clear idea of how much you can afford to spend on a home. It's also an excellent way to show sellers you're serious about buying a property. When you're pre-approved for a loan, the lender will provide you with a letter that states the amount of money they're willing to lend you. This letter will include an estimate of your interest rate and monthly payments. To get pre-approved, you'll need to submit financial information to the lender, including your income, debts, and asset levels. The lender will then review this information and provide you with a decision. If you're approved, be sure to shop around for the best interest rates and terms before you commit to a loan. The last step to owning a house with a low income is to have your finances in order and be ready to move quickly if your offer is accepted. This means establishing a savings account and having all your paperwork in order. It is also essential to be prepared mentally and emotionally for the possibility of moving. If you are not ready to move quickly, you may miss out on the perfect opportunity. Moving can be a stressful experience, but it is essential to remember that it is a necessary part of the process. With proper preparation, you can make the transition smoothly and successfully. Owning a home is an important milestone for many people, but it can be out of reach for those with low incomes. However, there are ways to make home ownership a reality even on a tight budget. By following the simple steps in this post, you can get started on the path to owning your own home. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Thank you and goodbye.